Let's go now, guys. Third game, last semi-final. Foggy's waiting in the grand finals, so Foggy's gonna play against either Rudan or Czech. Whoever's gonna win here. It's an out of mirror again. There's nothing else coming up today anymore anyway. And both are going for the exact same thing. Again, what's gonna be interesting about this here is what items both players are gonna get. Hi there, Dam. Could he beat Grubby's Orc Racer at 1v1? Yes, definitely, because my current score against Grubby is 4-5. We played 9 games so far. Like 4 games on ladder, 5 games in a friendly best of 5. So yes, I could definitely beat Grubby if he's playing Orc, because I already did that. Alright, the double Demon Hunter again. Sadly, no fancy Priestess play or anything like that. That would have been really exciting. But players just taking this a bit more seriously, playing the stuff that works best. So nothing too fancy here. Now the Repair Wisps coming here as well, same for Rudan. Although Rudan is only pulling 2 of them. And now it really depends on what items both players are gonna get. Again, getting greater healing or invul pot could be a really big deal here. So let's see. Rudan gets the invul pot. That's really good for him. And invul pot as well, so it's an exact mirror still. Would have been really nice if it wouldn't have been the exactly same items, because let's say one would have gotten greater healing and the other one like a scroll of mana, one of mana stealing. I wanted to first say scroll of the beast and then I wanted to say one of mana stealing. So I was about to say scroll of mana stealing. That's messed up. But anyway, if one would have gotten like one of mana stealing or scroll and the other one would have gotten greater healing, we could have had a really interesting early game. But actually, there is a difference here. Rudan got a Tome of Experience, whereas Czech got a Tome of Strength. So Rudan actually quite far ahead in XP, but for now that actually doesn't do anything for him. Only really if he hits level 3. So for this early trade here, that's pretty damn useless. But of course, in the long run, it's really damn good. So both players just getting additional archers now, both of them bought a circlet as well at the shop to just have a bit of a stronger demon hunter, and both went for an early tech as well. So we have an exact mirror again. This time literally an exact mirror, except for Czech deciding to wait for the boots now, whereas Rudan is creeping to get closer to his level 3 to get Gloves of Haste here as well. And this is actually gonna be his level up already, so if he's gonna go into trading now after getting his level 3 demon hunter here, he's gonna have a really good time trading because of the level 2 mana burn. That's gonna change quite something. And he also gets +2 in all the stats, at least agility and strength. I'm not sure about intelligence here. So that's basically like another circlet that level up. That's actually quite interesting to know. So basically the level up is like getting another circlet. So let's say Czech's Demon Hunter would have an additional circlet. They would basically still be equally strong, except for the increased mana burn level for Rudan. So that's also kind of why Circlet is so strong sometimes, because if you have like a Blade Master with double Circlet at the start, it comes into your base. That's basically like a level 3 Blade Master without items. Well, of course he doesn't have crit and level 2 Windwalk, but you get the point. Now the fight is breaking out. Level 3 Demon against level 2 Demon Hunter does a shit ton of illusions though. If he wants to use them, doesn't use them though, so he's just gonna run out of this fight. Czech also invested into boots, whereas Rudan didn't do that, so Rudan just has more gold in general. And he doesn't necessarily need boots, might still get them though, and nope, he's not getting them, he just got dust. He's gonna skip on the boots, rather invest his gold into a Naga and something else, I guess. Looks like he's gonna go for a Naga, yeah, definitely. There we go, there's Naga. Whereas Czech is getting the Keeper. Keeper usually in the long run is better when playing Bear Mirror, and this will be a Bear Mirror again. Unless Rudan decides to go into Mass Riot on tier 2. That's also an option, I guess. It's just Illusion after Illusion coming out here. And this one actually baited the mana burn. Wow, that was nicely done by Jack. He triggers those creeps here. And then with the other illusion he triggered those creeps as well, so that actually killed one of Rudan's archers. That was nicely done by Jack. That was pretty sick. Slippers for Rudan though, that's really done nice for him. But now another archer is probably gonna die because of this. But Rudan, Jack I mean, is moving right through the creeps, so he's getting wrecked by the creeps as well. This is like the best clown fiesta I've ever seen. So, wow, another end snare. So Jack already lost 2 archers. He's probably gonna lose the other ones as well. What the hell is going on in this game? There's the end take. Oh, there's a bull, the Demon Hunter now getting raped by the creeps. Archer still dies though. Keeper is like, fuck this shit. Even though that Demon Hunter is in 200 HP, he's still gonna take the fight. And the Naga actually died. Jack successfully chased her to death, so the boots actually did pay off. And Rudan only lost 1 archer. Jack lost 4 archers, so pulling those creeps in the end was not so nice for Jack. Rudan, in return though, lost his Naga. But she's not much more expensive than an archer to get revived, so that's fine really. And Rudan gets the first mana burn, so he wins the tray here. And now both players just going back again, going into some more creeping. Both getting their tier 3 and Ancient of Lore up.
A player's forces are under attack.
And now this is pretty much stabilizing again. What is your main race? My main race is human. Alright, let's see what they get now. For Jack, it's a Book of the Dead. And for Rudan, it's a Mana Stone. Mana Stone, he's most likely gonna sell. Because his heroes just don't rely as much on mana as, for example, a Shadow Hunter. Or a TC or something like that. Well, TC doesn't even rely so much on mana necessarily because of Endurance Aura. But Shadow Hunter, for example. Or a DK or something like that. So he's probably gonna sell it, just get another bear instead. And Jack, I don't know, like Book of the Dead can be good because there's not so many drives to dispel all this stuff. But I don't know. If there's one Wisp, it can easily get dispelled. He could keep it and it could maybe be pretty good, but I guess he's gonna sell it instead. No, he actually is gonna keep it. That's interesting now. That's pretty cool to see. So Jack wants to try to get some value out of that. I mean, it can really have some nice value, I think, in Bear Mirror here. And it's also a small risk because of Wisps being there for dispel, and Rudan has quite some Wisps across the map here. So that's definitely a possibility. Or Song Battle Drums. That's really damn good for Rudan. Let's see what Jack can get here. Jack actually is at 26 supply. Now at 30, holy shit. Well, I mean, Jack lost his 4 archers earlier and they just traded quite some units, so it's normal that he's at such a low supply count. And he got the Linehorn with Stormwind, which is not too bad really. It's kind of like 1 armor upgrade as a bonus. But those Warsong Battle Rams, well, they are pretty much like an attack upgrade for Rudan. On all of his units though, as well as the heroes. Let's see what he can get here. Illyria's Fruit of Accuracy, so plus 20% on his ranged units. Too bad most of his units are actually melee. I'll see what Jack can get here. Endurance Aura would be incredibly good. Khadgar's Pipe of Insight would be nice, but not the best really. Unholy Aura would definitely be good as well, like the Legion Doomhorn, and, well, Colossus 12 of course, as an option. Cloak of Flames. Dude, we are seeing so many Cloak of Flames today. Cloaks of Flames, I mean. I think it's the 3rd Cloak of Flame that we're seeing today. At least the 3rd one, actually. Alright, Czech is definitely not ready for the fight. He's behind 8 supply.
Player's forces
Has a low
are
HP
under
Demon
attack.
Hunter right now. It's a higher level Demon Hunter though. But in return, Rudan has level 3 Naga. And there's the Book of the Dead, instantly killing one Dryad with it. And can still get the surround on the Demon Hunter with that one as well. Nicely done. And the Demon Hunter either has to pull TP or the Invul Pot. He pulls the TP instead. Rudan doesn't want to take this fight right now. He could have Invul Potted, yes, but then he would have had to fight into the Book of the Dead still anyway. So he'd rather decide to TP out at this point here. And now it's still 50 against 50 supply. Looking at the upgrades, it's 0-1 for Czech and 0-0 for Rudan. He's getting his 1-0 now though. So it's gonna be attack upgrade versus defense upgrade. And also more defense through the Line of Stone for Czech. Whereas there's more offense for Rudan with his Warsong Battle Drums and Flute of Accuracy. Hi there, Lunarid. I'm doing great, how are you? Well, I mean, we're not having the most exciting Gera Cup today, I guess, because it has been 4 Night Elf players in the semifinal, so Night Elf mirror only all the time, basically. But it's still some nice matches, I guess. Just not the most exciting matchup. But in general, I'm still doing fine. But there we go, there's a focus on the Naga already. But now she can actually start auto-attacking, got a nice reflect now as well, and she actually still has a Mana Stone too. So she actually kept that one. And now it's still 50 against 50 supply. It's 1-0 against 0-1. And having a few oversight is actually not that easy, but Czech seems to be losing it. Because his heroes are rather low HP, so he has to TP out. But in the end, it was roughly an equal trade, really. I think. Like 2 Dryads died and 1 bear. I think Rudan actually lost more. I think he lost like 1 Dryad, 1 bear. Or 2 Dryads and Czech lost a bear, I'm not entirely sure. But it was still pretty much equal. I mean, Czech also had to TP out, whereas Rudan didn't have to, so even though he lost 1 more unit, I think that's really just fine. Now he has double heal scroll as well. Gonna go heal up, and then they're maybe just both gonna fight again. And 1-1 now for Czech, going into 2-1. Whereas Rudan is actually not going into any additional upgrades for now. And, well, that means the Czech will be ahead. At least by a little bit, quite soon. Well, he's already had 1 upgrade, in fact, so... Oh, if he actually... Okay, he's gonna creep this. Now, if he would have crept this and would have gotten creep checked there, he would have not had a chance to get out of there. But Rudan now, he's just going towards the main base. Probably gonna get an Invul Pot here, but the Invul Pot is actually on cooldown, so he cannot get it there. Gets the Scroll of Protection instead. But Czech already sees this coming thanks to the Angel 4. Neither of the player has a TP, so... this could be the last fight of the game. 54 against 50 supply. Czech probably wants to wait a little bit for his upgrade to finish. And, well, he actually doesn't really want to take the fight, it looks like. There's no keeper for Rudan, so he can't just entangle the bear to secure the kill, and the Naga's too far behind for the Frost arrow. But now Czech actually is turning around. I don't know why he's not reacting yet. Now he's doing it, building 2 additional bears. There's a nice throw of protection for Rudan here. And now the beautiful A-move fight is breaking out. Rudan's Demon Hunter has to be rather careful. Post the Invul Potion now. Staff is on cooldown, so that Demon Hunter might get into a lot of trouble after the Invul Pot is gonna run out, and it's gonna run out really soon now. He has to be careful. But so far this fight is going really, really well for Rudan. He's 54 supply against 42, so I think he only lost 1 bear and killed a lot more in return. But he has to be careful about his heroes. He might win the unit fight, but does he win the hero fight as well? There's actually the big Invul Pot now triggered for Czech as well. And he's gonna lose another bear, so Rudan just had a much better fight, even though he was behind on upgrades. He had a much better fight because Czech just focused the Demon Hunter quite a bit, while Rudan was just picking off bears. And in the end, that hero focus basically did nothing for him because none of the heroes got pressured into getting staffed out of the fight or getting killed. So Rudan really having a far better trade here. Czech is not an upkeep anymore though, so you can at least get some more gold again. But this is definitely looking better for Rudan at this point. Although Czech will get a level 5 demon here now, if he solo creeps him at least. Gets another circlet, which is nice. And actually not solo creeping him, but instead solo creeping the keeper to get closer to that level 4. And now he can get his double level up anyway from this creep spot here. So Czech actually has the better hero levels. Maybe we're still gonna see level 6 Demon Hunter. That's still a possibility, and that's still a comeback potential for Czech. But for now, he's behind 8 supply, which means 2 bears difference. And Rudan not getting any more upgrades. He has another heal scroll. 2 heal scrolls in fact, but no invul pod for his Demon Hunter. That can be pretty dangerous, but then again, Czech doesn't have anything for his Demon Hunter either. No heal scrolls at all, but he has a lot of permanent items, so his heroes are strong. He has a double Orb of Venom as well, so the damage output is insane. But so far, the fighting position seems to be... Actually, no, it's better for Czech, I think, because like 3 bears of Rudan can attack. It's the same case for 1 or 2 bears of Czech, but they're still fine, really. And now, where's the heal scrolls? There's the first heal scroll. 2 heal scrolls have already been used, in fact. And Rudan again doing a nice job with picking off the bears here. The Demon Hunter of Czech is in trouble. The staff is on cooldown. The Demon Hunter cannot get to the shop. He can get to the Moonwell. He can actually get to the Moonwell. There's the rejuvenation. There's no dispel ready for the rejuvenation. Can he actually still survive this? He wants to go to the Goblin to get a sapling. The Naga, she's almost dead. Czech not finishing her off though, and she actually gets away. Can get to the Goblin here, but not enough gold for a sapling, so she dies. Rudan trying to commit to the Demon Hunter, that's not really working out though. He's rather losing that trade. And there we go, there's the GG. Rudan had a nice start to the fight, but it got too much, he couldn't finish off the Demon Hunter. 2-1 for Czech, and we will have Czech versus Foggy in the grand final.